Biggest Loser was my everything. It was a huge part of the reason I lost weight. And I'm just making eyes with you. And I went up to you and I literally froze. And I was just like, and you like nodded and smiled and you said, I know. And then you gave me a hug and I said, I don't, and you're
Did
like,
that happen?
Yeah,
Did that really
swear to
happen?
God.
Shut up.
Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, today we're going to be doing another conspiracy theory video. Now today's video is packed. We have so many things to talk about, so let's just get started. First, we're going to be talking about something that is very disturbing and also very scary if it's real. And that is the theory that some serial killers are actually on YouTube. Now we've talked about this before. There have been people who started as YouTubers and then turned into killers. Back in 2014, Elliot Rogers killed 6 people at his college. And before he actually did that, he was on YouTube vlogging, talking about how he wanted revenge on people that had wronged him.
I will not let this fly. It's an injustice that needs to be dealt with.
Then there's another YouTuber named Trey Eric Sessler, or as he called himself on YouTube, Mr. Anime. Now Trey had a lot of different types of videos. He did anime reviews, short films, vlogs, but in 2012 he went from vlogger to killer. Here is one of the last videos he made. Check it out.
I'm gonna reward myself with probably a 2 or 3 week break coming up here from YouTube videos.
Well, just 1 month after that, on March 20th of 2012, he killed his mother, his father, and his brother.
He is known on YouTube as Mr. Anime, this self-styled film critic whose videos have been watched more than 1 million times. Yeah, according to police in Texas, this guy studied murder before becoming a mass killer. The 22-year-old is now in jail under $5 million bond and a suicide watch.
Now on YouTube, there wasn't that many signs of a killer, but in his real life, there were.
He started at a younger age killing animals, killing personal pets. He moved from that to shooting large animals, has talked about setting a few small grass fires.
I know, fucking dark. But he confessed to the murders and said that he in fact killed his family.
We have a chilling video confession tonight from Trey Sessler, the young Montgomery County man who killed his family.
The thing about my family is I would protect them with my life. At the same time, if anyone was going to hurt, it was going to be me.
Now his channel is still up today and all the videos are still there. And I stumbled on one that wasn't that creepy until you realize that he killed his family. Check it out.
I'm just kidding you guys. Today I'm doing a tutorial on how to make it look like you've been stabbed. I've been stabbed, but you don't have to be with this tutorial, at least not for real.
Whew. God, that's... Now this leads us into our first conspiracy, which is there is another channel that has popped up on YouTube that hasn't uploaded in over a year, but this channel, if it's real, is somebody documenting them killing someone. Now I heard about this from one of you guys. A girl named Danica wrote me an email telling me about this channel, and it is super fucked up. It's a YouTube channel called Robert Helpman. All the videos are starring a person named Daisy, except there's a twist. Daisy is a dead body inside of a body bag, and you never see her face. Also, Robert Helpman died in 1986. He was a famous dancer and actor. He was born in 1909 and died in 86. So somebody made a channel using his name, showing them playing around with a dead body. Once again, before I show you some of these videos, I'm just gonna let you know this is very disturbing, especially if it's real, which it might not be, but if it is, oh my God. Now the first video that he uploaded on this channel is called Daisy Arrives. Watch. I know, first of all, terrifying. Second of all, you probably noticed a subliminal message that popped up on screen for a split second. But if you pause the video right at 26 seconds, you'll see this. It says, "There was two she there, church, the up, and worms so you." Now, I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure it's some kind of message. Then he uploaded a video called Daisy Settles In, and this one might be even creepier. Now you probably noticed that this one had somebody talking in reverse. Well, if you play it backwards, it's actually some like Santa Claus Christmas message, and it's talking about giving and receiving gifts. So maybe Daisy is his gift?
There. My, that was a tight squeeze. Come on now, up, Prancer! Way! Good night!
Now the videos get even scarier when another person starts to make an appearance. And in this video, you can see the guy with the mask on putting Daisy's body onto the kitchen counter.
If I am that marriage to the Satan, your
Now the last video that he uploaded is called Daisy Leaves. Check it out. Now in that final video's description, it says this. No, 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 no. She left us and now there is no Daisy, no Daisy, Daisy, Daisy. We want Daisy back. Bring us back, Daisy. We need her. We need her here. She should be here. Always here. Whew. Now hopefully this is a joke or some kind of art project, but nobody knows. I mean, I did a bunch of research, I looked around, I couldn't find a source, which makes you wonder, are there other channels out there where people are playing with dead bodies or killing people and people just haven't found it yet? I mean, there's millions of videos on YouTube and thousands are uploaded every minute of the day, and I'm sure there's a few really scary ones that we all missed. All right, now this next conspiracy is a little less scary, but more fascinating to me, and that is the theory that Gerard Way is a vampire. Now obviously you know Gerard from My Chemical Romance, one of the biggest bands of all time, and they were pretty famous for their shocking, very disturbing images that they would put in their music videos. So obviously when you look at that and you look at the way that Gerard dressed and did his makeup and hair, it wouldn't be that surprising if he really was a vampire. But that's not the reason that people think this. There is a bigger reason, and it fucked up my head. First, I'm going to show you a clip from an interview of Gerard in 2006. Check it out.
But in the end, I think I started to see some kind of beauty or release in death, and I think that made it even more so to become death obsessed.
All right, now let me show you a clip of an interview that happened 10 years later, and he literally looks like he has not aged. Check it out.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Nah, I'm having fun. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome, thank you so much.
No problem.
What? Hold on. Just to put this in perspective, he's 40 years old. You're trying to tell me that a 40-year-old man looks like this? There's no way. There is no way that this guy is 40. Now, just for some comparisons, let's look at pictures of other celebrity guys who are 40. So here's a picture of Blake Shelton, who is exactly 40 years old. Yeah, okay, he definitely looks 40. Now let's look at a picture of Jimmy Fallon, who's 42. Once again, he looks his age. He looks around 40. Now let's once again look at a picture of Gerard Way, 40. No fucking way. Now listen, before I keep going, I just want to say Jimmy Fallon and Blake Shelton, they look great. I'm not saying they look bad or old or something. I'm just saying they look their age. How is it that he still looks so young? It's almost as if he's getting younger. I mean, just look at this side by side. It's crazy. I mean, come on. Like, he's a vampire. Okay, obviously he's probably not a vampire, but there is something going on. I mean, he is literally not aging. And there's been a lot of other celebrities that we've talked about in the past that have had that theory of being a vampire because they don't age. I mean, remember Pharrell? That guy literally has never aged. All I'm saying is there will never be a theory that I'm a vampire because she's looking rough. Okay, so speaking of celebrities not being who they seem, we have a couple more reptile eye videos. Now, last time we showed that video of Miley Cyrus with her reptile eyes and it freaked me the fuck out. Well, now we have two more. Now, this first one is a video of Rihanna giving an interview, and look closely at her eyes. Now, if you didn't see it, let me show you a close-up. One more time in slow motion, just to really see this. What? That one was just as creepy as the Miley one. I mean, her eyes literally change right in front of us. I mean, listen, it might not be real. All of these could be fake. But I don't know. I've talked to a few people that are really good at special effects, and they said to recreate that and to do that on an interview and make it look that high quality is very hard and very time consuming, which makes me wonder who really would take the time to do that. I don't know. I could watch these videos for hours. Somebody please create a reptile eyes of me. That would just make my life All right, now this next conspiracy theory involves hidden symbols that are on your money. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of this before. There are supposedly hidden symbols all over money. I mean, a lot of people think that giant eye is some kind of symbol of the Illuminati, but the symbols get even crazier once you start folding your money. Now, this one is crazy. If you fold your $20 bill a certain way, you can see the Twin Towers on fire after the planes hit on 9/11. Now, also scary, on the left of the bill you see American, and on the right you see United. And those were the two names of the airlines of the two planes that crashed into the buildings. Like, you see the buildings, you see American, you see United, you see them both on fire. That one just really, really freaks me out. So it makes me wonder how many more symbols are in our money. Or are there clues for things that are going to happen that maybe the Illuminati has set up? Can we figure out how the world is going to end just by folding up our dollars? I mean, it sounds crazy, but maybe it's all there right in front of our face. Now, there's a lot of other hidden symbols in money, some of which are a little more far-fetched, but this next one, as crazy as it is, still really gives me chills. So look at the center of this dollar bill. Does it look like something to you? Does it look familiar? Well, I'm going to do a slow transition to show you what people think is hidden inside of it. Yes, there's an alien right in the center of it. Now it's all I see. Like before I was like, I don't really see anything. And then after I saw that, I'm like, all I see is aliens. I mean, clearly that one's a little far-fetched, but I don't know, it still creeps me out. Okay, so our next theory isn't really a theory, it's just more proof of something that we've talked about before. Now, we've talked about how fake the news can be. We just did a bunch of those in the last video. But this video that was sent to me by a viewer named Fiona really just like took it to the next level. Now, this is kind of adding to the theory that maybe all the news channels are under the same script. Just listen to these couple news anchors say the exact same thing. Watch.
Who are you really shopping for this holiday season? It's okay, you can admit it, if you've bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
Well, it's okay, you can admit it if you have bought an item or 2 or maybe 10 for yourself.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Shane, it's probably just a coincidence. Is it?
It's okay, you can admit it. You've bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's it, right? Nope.
It's okay, you can admit it if you bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
It's okay, you can admit it if you've bought an item or 2 or 10 for yourself.
I mean, that is a very specific thing to say, and they all said it in the same exact tone, the same inflections. Like, that's crazy. So it just makes you wonder, do all news channels get like some kind of a script sent out to them? And who's writing that script? I can think of an idea. Okay, that's a little crazy, but you get what I'm getting at. Okay, now this next thing we're going to talk about is kind of funny, but also not. Like, at first I was laughing, and then I really started thinking about it, and it just blew my mind. Now, we've kind of dabbled in this before, talking about how there might be subliminal messages in cartoons and movies, and how there's probably a lot of subliminal messages to kids, because like their minds are the most impressionable. Well, there have been countless number of toys that have been banned and taken out of stores because they said dirty, crazy things. But sometimes when you see those videos, you're like, I don't know if it really said that. Did it really say the F word? Did it really say bitch? Or are we just hearing that? Well, then I got an email from a girl named Sylvia, and she told me about her toy experience, and then I fell down a dark hole on YouTube, and I found out that in 1998, there was Teletubby toys that were supposedly saying really awful things. Now, of course you remember Teletubbies, but do you remember how fucking creepy that show was? I mean, the way they all looked and talked and moved, the fact that the son was a big baby. I mean, all of that was just way too fucking creepy for me, and I would never want my kids watching that. Well, in 1998, they released some toys, and one of the toys supposedly said faggot over and over again, and then it said bite my butt. Check it out. I mean, you heard it, right? Like, I'm not crazy. Obviously, I mean, a lot of people heard it. So many people, in fact, that a lot of toys threw that toy out. They did not want to sell it. And of course, the creators of the toy and the show were like, no, it's just gibberish. That's just how the Teletubbies talk. But then that got me thinking, then what the fuck have the Teletubbies been saying on TV this whole time to our kids? What if they've been saying really dark shit? And parents just don't know because they think it's gibberish. I don't know, that one. just, oof. Between the fucking lady in the body bag and the fucking money with the alien on it, and now this, it's all too much. Let's do a quick Mandela effect update. Now I know I talked about how I was kind of over the Mandela effect and I think it's kind of done. Well then I saw two things that once again sucked me back in. Now of course the most famous Mandela effect and the one that started it all was the fact that we all remember Berenstain Bears being Berenstein. But then they said, no, it's always been Berenstain. Well, a clip of The Simpsons has been going viral lately because Homer thinks exactly the same thing that we do. Check it out.
The bear went over the mountain. The Berenstein Bears.
Now the confusing part about that clip is the book does say stain, but he says steen. So is that just another glitch in the universe? But it gets even crazier because in their own theme song, they say Berenstain. Check it out.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
I'm done. I gotta go. They literally say it themselves. It's too much. Well, there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed this conspiracy theory video. And if you want more conspiracy theories and you want me to do these more often, please give me a thumbs up so I know. Also make sure to subscribe to my channel right down below and hit the notification bell because I make new videos every day. And if you want to see my last conspiracy theory video and all the other ones I've done, I'll put a link to a playlist right at the top of the description below. All right, you guys, don't believe everything you see. Bye.